Mia, you were my queen, my light.
Oh, are you this one?
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello. You're so small. She's so little.
Little. Oh, look at her.
When I first saw you, I already knew how strong you were, how loving. You knew what you wanted, friendly, confident, and inspiring to me because you were unapologetically you.
You're probably wondering who Mia is, so let's introduce Mia to everyone.
That's right.
Show your face. Mia? This is Mia. She's maybe like a 9-week-old munchkin kitty. She's so hyperactive. She's just been running around and exploring the house.
You had a new favorite box all the time. You had your favorite chair, and I knew that because you left all your fur on it and I wouldn't clean it so it'll pile up, so you knew that place was yours. Usually it was my computer chair. You loved to cuddle in bed every morning with us. You find a place in my arms on my chest as a pillow, and you get real comfortable and fall asleep. Every time we came home, you were happy to see us. You have your special meow that I'll never forget. It went, "Row row?" I didn't know if we taught you this because we kept doing it or you taught it to us. But this was our special greeting to each other.
Oh, she's just here next to me while I work. Here are my mouse. How am I gonna edit? I've always wanted a lap cat, and my dream came true.
You were with me from when I was early on in my career, not knowing if it would work. You moved with us as we got to move into bigger and bigger houses. You still owned every new place though, no matter where it was, because you were the queen. Even though you were so regal, you had your moments where we saw the goofy side of you.
Mia, it's not for you to jump on the box. How am I gonna open the box with you on it?
They start fighting at like 8 o'clock and they're running around making a ruckus around the house.
Especially when we took out the laser pointer, your favorite toy. You became a different cat. My normally elegant lady becomes a wild predator when the laser pointer comes out. We would always find ourselves playing a game with you on Friday night. We never planned it, but it was always Friday night for some reason. We play games like we'd see who you'd like better, me or Max, by persuading you to come to either one of us. We'd try and place rubber bracelets around your paws, and whoever made you notice and move lost. We made up random games and you'd allow us to play even though maybe you thought we were being silly. Thanks for putting up with us, Mia. I remember when we started shooting my YouTube videos around the house, you'd always be so curious. I caught you licking a pumpkin. You'd always try and eat some avocados, which was the first time I saw a cat do that. And sorry, I had to place a slice of bread around you. I hope you didn't mind, but you looked really adorable. You also had the best poses, and I tried to copy them, but you were always better at it. You always had an appetite and loved food. However, later on I discovered your favorite were these little tubes that you squeeze out that we got from the Japanese store. Even in your final days when you lost your appetite and you were in so much pain, I didn't even realize because you mustered up the energy to eat your favorite snacks. It was the only thing you ate. I hope you enjoyed all the snacks we tried to give you. We tried to give you as much as you can eat before the day came. If only I knew how much pain you were in. If only I knew how deadly a piece of string could be. If only I knew you ate it. If only we never moved here, so you never got to that piece of string. If only we noticed how sick you were sooner. You were so brave and put on such a brave face that everyone thought it wasn't too bad. The vet thought you had gastritis and we gave you 2 lots of medication for that. And then he found out you had an infection after some blood tests because it wouldn't get better, so we gave you antibiotics. We never thought that string you ate was tied around your tongue and was making you sicker by the day. We didn't even know it was there. We tried to feed you all your favorite things and you always ate a bit and walked off. The day we took you to the vet, we found out you were anemic and that's why you were so weak. Your red blood cells were so low, so we got a referral to the hospital because we knew something wasn't right. That morning, I remember waking up in a panic. I looked for you everywhere and couldn't find you. I found you under a shelf behind a box facing the corner that day and I really thought you didn't make it. Your breathing was shallow and you looked so weak. I put my hand on your stomach just to see if you were breathing and I was so worried. I got your favorite snack and started feeding you, and you ate it so happily. And I pet you, telling you how much I loved you and you were a good girl. And you really enjoyed that you were nuzzling me and you had a bit of life left. That day was the day your hospital appointment was. We tried to make it earlier, but this was the earliest appointment. You got your scan and they found a string in your belly, and it was tied to the bottom of your tongue, and the other end was trying to make its way down, bunching up all your intestines. I'm sorry, Mia, you must have been in so much pain, and you couldn't tell us. Why couldn't we speak to cats? If I had to pick a superpower now, it would be speak to animals for sure. I used to make fun of that, but not anymore. Maybe then I could have saved you. The only option was to do a surgery. We got you some blood you needed and some painkillers, and when I visited you that day, you looked much brighter after all the pain medication. I was optimistic you were feeling better, and all you needed was for them to feed you through a tube for some nutrition and get a blood transfusion so you can be stronger. Your red blood cells went up, and so did your spirits. When I visited you, you tried to meow, but no sound came out. I knew you tried, Mia. I wish I tried harder. Thank you for always showing me love, even though you're going through so much pain. You loved the pets I gave you and looked like it was a welcome relief from the needles and the tests you had to go through. You even started doing that massagey thing with your paws, even though you had a bandage wrapped around one of your legs. I wish I could have stayed there all day with you, Mia. I wish I could have been with you through all this. Bumba even donated some blood for you. We all wanted to save you. You were brave. You went into surgery and made it out alive. Bumba's blood helped you during the surgery. And after it, you were waking up and you looked so groggy. I looked at you, you didn't even see me, but I knew it was because it was from the anesthesia. You get better. I thought you made it through and just had to slowly recover. I was so happy. Little did I know that the most dangerous times were ahead of you. The 5 days after surgery, the complication rate of an intestinal surgery is around 30 to 50%. That's really high. I didn't know that. I don't think the vets wanted us to lose hope by telling us.
Mia, what happened? What happened to your back? Huh? What's wrong? Did you get snow on it? Oh, great.
I was happy we visited you every day at visiting hours between 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. for the next 2 days. Due to coronavirus restrictions, we couldn't stay with you the whole time because only one person was allowed in the ICU at a time, and other pet owners were also there, so we couldn't hog up all the time. I tried though. I wish I could have saw you for longer, Mia. If I knew what I knew now, I would refuse to leave. You looked really weak these 2 days, and you barely registered us on the first day. But by the second day I saw you, you enjoyed me petting you, you responded to me, you looked at me, and I thought you were getting better. I really did. You moved around when I was talking to you. Try to do that massaging thing with your paws again. I went home excited to visit you the next day and that you'd get better. But just after I fell asleep that morning, I woke up to Max yelling we needed to go to the hospital and you had a cardiac arrest. I woke up groggy, not knowing if I was in a dream. What was happening? But I had an empty feeling at the pit of my stomach. We drove to the hospital in total silence, and when we got in, I saw you on the table with a tube down your throat and someone helping you breathe. You looked like you were in so much pain, but I kept talking to you and calling your name, hoping you'd come back. I'm sorry, sometimes I wish I should have just let you go and not have you go through all of that. I'm so sorry, Mia. Maybe we should have just let you go peacefully with an injection. I feel so guilty that your last hours were alone in a hospital and not with us holding your paw and petting your head like you like it. Please forgive me. We finally let you go and I didn't think it was real. I hope you're at peace now, Mia. There's no more pain. I hope you're playing with your laser pointers and eating your snacks forever. Please don't eat any more strings though. I need you there when I come to visit you. I pet you and held you for 2 hours after, not wanting to leave you. I understand why now owners want to stuff and preserve their pets and keep them in the living room. I really wanted to keep you any way I could. I had to stare into your lifeless eyes and I still couldn't believe what happened. I didn't even notice your normally pink ears were white because I was so convinced you were still alive. I would do anything to have you come back. You're the first cat to ever leave me and it isn't fair. It's not your time. You had so many years left with us. You're my little girl and too precious to deserve us. I'll miss the way you stretch your arms, how you climb onto our laps to sleep, how you greet all the good-looking men like you know your power of attraction, how you go row-row at us when we called your name, how you high-fived us for food, how you nuzzle when we pet your head, how you never rub against my leg but you always rub against Max's, how you loved us with all your heart. I hope you had a good life, Mia. I hope I was able to make you happy, that you got everything you wanted. I'm sorry that you had to be in so much pain. I'm sorry I couldn't save you. I'll never be the same again, Mia. I always have a hole in my heart shaped like you. Rest in peace, my baby. I love you.
Hey, Mia.
Oh,